Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Early Career Academic. On this channel, I explore how I use the Passion Planner to set personal and professional goals. In this video, I'm going to set up the Passion Planner daily. This is my new one. And here's my old one. I'm showing you the size difference, but I love this pink, this blush pink Passion Planner daily. And as you can see, I used it to mainly track work-related things, stuff I needed to know throughout the semester, to-dos I had on each day, some note-taking and journaling about the classes, and using some of the note spaces in the back. I also use the pocket to keep kind of miscellaneous extra stickers, which I use to decorate the daily spreads. So I'm going to spend this video mainly setting up the front pages of the daily. That's the 4 calendars that appear at the very front. These are undated, so you can date them for whatever months you want. For me, I'm going to date them for the fall semester. So I use this primarily to keep track of the various work tasks that I have, kind of like my Gantt chart. If you haven't seen that for the summer, I created a Gantt chart using a calendar. And the main thing is because I have 2 classes with different work schedules, and then I also have my administrative work that I'm doing this semester. And plotting it out on a calendar essentially helps me see where the workloads overlap, which weeks I might have heavy grading to do or mentoring responsibilities or what have you. The section I'm skipping over here is the forward section, and that's where I'm going to eventually put like dates moving forward in the future. So like when the next semester will start. And here, what I am doing is picking out 3 colors to color code my tasks. 1 color for each class, and then 1 color for administrative work. Now you'll see later on that I bring out some additional markers because I realized that I needed some extra colors. But I'm starting with August and just doing a Sunday through Saturday system, and I go ahead and I date each day. I realized later that I wish I had put the numbers in the right-hand corner of each box, but whatever. This is definitely a functional video, so don't anticipate a whole lot of decorative elements. It's really just so that I could get a bird's eye view of my work in a given month and plan accordingly. So what I'm doing now is I'm starting with administrative. I'm marking off orientation days, and then what I'm doing is also glancing at some of the notes I have taken about when we start doing mentoring, course reviews, exam scoring, and stuff like that. And I'm going to go ahead and note what each of those items are on those days so that I have a reference. It's better than having like a bunch of schedules just scattered around on my computer or on my desk. It's just really nice to see them in this calendar view. As I'm working, I'm thinking of other things that I know I'll be doing for administrative. What I don't know yet is when our all-team meetings are going to be. So I'm going to be adding those in when I find out. But for now, I'm just putting in the stuff that I know. And here I'm marking in some writing projects due dates. This is also like where I realized, I need an extra color because it would be nice to know like if I have something due the same week that I'm also like grading a bunch of papers or have a bunch of meetings with my TAs. So here I'm marking in the beginning of the fall semester when each of my classes starts. And then September is really where it picks up in terms of the overlaps of the various workloads you'll see. I should pause and say that in addition to marking out kind of the major responsibilities I have for each area, there is, just as in the regular Passion Planner, there's like a little goals area at the bottom, like a projects, and then there's a kind of like space of infinite possibility on the bottom right, and then the side column of course has boxes just like the regular month views do. And what I will do is for each month I will go in and I will outline some projects, some work things that I have to do, And some of it will be repeating kind of what's on the calendar itself, but there are other tasks associated with these things. And since I've never done the administrative work in this semester, in the fall semester, it will be a learning curve for sure. So I want to go ahead and leave those blank for now, but I will return to them. And what I'm doing here is I just realized that it would be very useful for me to put the week number on the side, because we design our courses by week number. And when we're planning out TA mentoring, we do it by week number also. So it's helpful to know which week corresponds with which calendar days. So that is why I have marked that out. And here I'm still marking out administrative stuff. A lot of this is TA mentoring activities that aren't going to be all these days you see, but they go over this period of time. So these are like course observations, for example, and so I won't have one every single day, but I will have them over this like span of time. It's good to know for me, again, where it overlaps with other work obligations that I have. Between each month view, there's also a like goal setting page. I'm just consulting it real quick. It's kind of like a check-in. And then they have like this month's goal, game changer goal, right? So you could very well use this planner as like your main planner if you wanted to, not like I do as a supplementary planner, but you could absolutely use it. It has the full goal setting system. It's actually great if you don't really care about having weekly spreads and you care more about having monthly overviews and then daily pages to write things down. So it's great if that's more of your planning style. For me, it's not like I completely separate out my work stuff from my personal stuff. I still use my weekly planner heavily, but this is a great way to not clutter up my monthly views in my main planner with all of the tasks that I have to do in the fall semester. And as I said, I treat it more like a Gantt chart, so I can see the work overlaps than like a super specific overview of what I'm doing every month. I think I do go back at some point and I put in like holidays at least, but I might also in the future add just some like if there's any major personal things that are happening. It'd be nice for me to see like, oh, I have this major work thing happening the same week that my daughter's birthday is happening or something. Because it's all about energy, you know, like I only have so much energy. I'm only one person and I need to know when like the trains are colliding, if you, so to speak. And I need to know like, okay, that week then I need extra help, or I need to take it easy on other things, or I maybe needed to redistribute this, right? I still have some control over when, you know, the semester hasn't started yet, so I still have some control over when my students are doing work and when I'm going to be returning it to them. So, you know, to think that through a little bit and, you know, think about whether I can make any changes that make sense. So here I am actually marking fall break, for instance, and thinking about when I'm meeting with students in conferences, because those are always heavy days, you know, even if I split the class in half, it's still at least 10 meetings a day. So it's just a lot. It's good to know when, again, those overlaps are happening. I think here I realized I got the wrong dates. So this is why this is helpful, because I obviously need to think it through. I think I changed them on my syllabus and that's why I had the wrong dates initially. So I'm changing them here to the proper ones. And as I said, this is extremely functional. I didn't even put any stickers in this video, partly because I am squeezing it in. I did this voiceover version because I was literally doing this while my husband and my daughter were like squealing with delight in the other room. And I wanted to get this out for y'all, but I just, with everything happening, wasn't able to do like a proper plan with me. So that's why I'm doing this version of things. I will probably go back and add some stickers, especially in those like empty days at the bottom of the calendar, because they're undated. They give you extra weeks, because, you know, sometimes the month starts on a Sunday or whatever. So I might come back and jazz it up a little, But as I said, this is a very functional tool for me. It's designed to really help me visualize the workflows over the semester, and I love it. And then if you haven't had a chance to check out my daily playlist, I will try to remember to link it in the description of this video, because it goes over a bunch of different ways that I've used the daily, mainly for, in the past I've used it for my class days, like when I'm on campus, to use the like calendar function as like, what am I doing that day? But then to use the blank page to write down how the class went, or if there's anything I have to do. Like sometimes I tell the students like, oh yeah, I'll get you another example, or I'll get you that resource or something. And it's just really nice to have a place to write that stuff down and remind myself to do it. Lately, I've been using the daily for my administrative meetings. I use it to prep for them, to remind myself what I need to prep for each meeting, if anything, and then to take notes if I need to, for future reference. It's actually like really perfect for meetings, because you have a lot of the functional boxes on the left, and then you have all that space on the right to take notes. So if you're looking for a good meeting planner, this is a solid bet. Here I'm adding the I think December 1st through 4th at the very end, because I don't need to mark out the whole month of December. I only need up to the 4th, which is when my first years have their final projects due. The rest of December, I have to grade, of course, and turn in my grades, but there isn't any more admin stuff, and we're on winter break. So that's why I just added it there at the very bottom of November. So yeah, reaching the end of my setup here, and I don't really go into the rest of the planner because, as I said, I just set up each daily spread as I need it for a meeting. I actually begin in this planner with orientation. So I set those up, and actually it was really helpful to do that because I don't have to appear in every single session. So it's nice to map out on the timeline which sessions I actually need to pop in for, and put little notes like, oh, remember I have to prep this for that session, or what have you. It was really useful in that way. And then once orientation's over, I will be using it again for administrative meetings primarily. I might also return, since I am teaching a face-to-face class this fall, to using it for those face-to-face class days. I did find it helpful in the past, so I might do that. We'll see, but at the very least, I'll use it for meetings. Here I'm just showing you what the daily pages look like, and showing you the pocket in the back. So we're going to keep all of the stickers, miscellaneous stickers. So thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Stay tuned, I've got more stuff coming your way. Bye.